What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm gonna talk about some of the world's dumbest criminals. And this man right here in particular, this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, is Christian Orozco out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Shout out New Mexico. And what this guy's done is beyond belief. Now, granted, he didn't know what was going on, but I mean, as far as a robbery, like doing an armed robbery, this guy tops the list as one of the stupidest people I've ever seen. Take a look at this video clip. We'll come back and do what we do. Check it.
Surveillance video like this plays a huge role in solving crimes in Albuquerque, especially in robbery cases. But the detectives can't do it all on their own. Spencer Schott spoke with Albuquerque police about a specialized department of civilians that's helping detectives gather the evidence they need.
Back in November, police were called to the Pizza Hut on Wantabo after a masked man armed with a handgun cornered an employee in the parking lot and made him open up the safe inside.
We see that there's video surveillance available. It wasn't available to the field officers that actually responded to the call. So my investigator asked the divert team to go and retrieve that video surveillance so that we could look and see if there was any identifying information of the offender.
This particular group was Divert, a digital imagery video response team. And what they did is they went and recovered some video based on a request from one of the detectives.
Sergeant Wood says he only has 4 detectives on his robbery unit, so having this extra group available to gather evidence really helps in their investigations. So back to the Pizza Hut robbery investigation. After leaving the back of this Pizza Hut, the suspect, Christian Orozco, ran through the back parking lot and then down this alley. But little did he know, there were even more cameras back here.
So they started following that same pathway of where this individual took off and saw that in the alleyway there was more cameras from a Domino's down the street.
That surveillance video captured Orozco walking through the parking lot next door, taking off his mask and going into the back door of a Wendy's, where police later found out he worked. But they would have never known that without the help of the divert team.
It solved the case. So the divert team member that went out was asked to get the video from the Pizza Hut. They took the initiative to go and find surrounding businesses that also had video of the offender walking south through the alley.
Once they ID'd the suspect as Christian Orozco, they found out this wasn't his first run-in with the law. In fact, police say he was wearing an ankle monitor when he was seen robbing the Pizza Hut at gunpoint.
The icing on the cake was that ankle monitor. We were able to contact his probation parole officer, and they provided GPS points of him going from his place of employment to the Pizza Hut to commit the robbery and then back to the place of employment.
Orozco is now back in jail up in Taos County for his parole violation and warrants, but eventually he'll have to come back here to Albuquerque to face his latest charges of armed robbery. Spencer Schott, KOB4.
All right, guys, that's the story of Christian Orozco, and he's a dummy. Now, you can never underestimate somebody's greed or desperation, but this guy had a job. And I don't know why he came up with that plan that he was going to go rob another fast food place around the corner and then go right to work. And he think that was going to work. Took his mask off and everything. He didn't even run from the scene. He walked. That shows how confident he was in his foolproof plan to get away. My thing is this: you robbed the Pizza Hut, you robbed the safe. It wasn't a lot of money in there to where it was enough to where you could have lost your life. He could have been intercepted with the police in the parking lot or anything, or your freedom. And it's like time after time, people like this keep doing that type of stuff. There are a lot of people in this world that have to be led, that don't want to be, that aren't natural born leaders. Not everybody has that instinct. There are also people that don't want to wait for things and don't have the patience to see things through and work hard to get themselves out of their current position. I think this dude right here is the perfect example of that. This is a young guy. Now, granted, it's like he got a bad hairpiece on his head, but that's his hair. I don't know if it's the shape of his head or what, but I mean, unless you was trying to rob and it was an emergency to fix that, you shouldn't have took these people's money. You had a job. Why you couldn't just work there? So I say a lot about him. This guy had already had a criminal past, and it came back to haunt him. You go in there with an ankle bracelet on to rob some place that you wasn't supposed to be in the first place. You're supposed to be at your job. Now I don't know if he left on a lunch break or any type of break, but I mean, for him to go in the back door of another restaurant, he had to be casing that place. He also had to be knowing that where he was at. You know, I guess it's a 24-hour Wendy's. Sometimes they have 24-hour Wendy's. I don't know if he took a smoke break or something and went out the back door, but he knew how to get back in his own building through the back too, unnoticed. So, man, this is silly. I mean, these are young men, and they doing all kind of crazy crap like this. A Pizza Hut is not going to have enough money to change your life, so why even touch it? He go up in there with a gun, surveillance cameras all over the place. You don't even know the layout. You just going up in there and doing what you got to do. Well, what you want to do, because you ain't got to do that. I'll never understand this whole thing. But he got caught. Ankle monitor, you're already in trouble. Listen, if your present situation or where you at is not getting you the results you want to be successful in life, you can always move. You ain't got to resort to drastic measures where you got to go and do that to somebody. And the thing is this, like I said, it's not life-changing money that was going to be found in that safe. Sometimes it's a quick come up. And I'm going to tell you another thing too. There are people out here that like the thrill of excitement of putting their life in danger. You know, that's why you're starting to see a lot of these younger kids running around here, going up in places and just freely putting the gun in somebody's face, or just jumping counters and taking money, pushing you out the way, all kind of stuff like it's the end of the world. And it's like they have no fear of losing their life. A lot of times they don't even take you serious. I did a story the other day about the kids that robbed the 7-Eleven. They put the gun right down with a clerk right there. Let's put the gun down. Start digging out. Of course, you think your man that got the gun behind you got your back. Just because you're a threat don't mean people ain't taking you seriously. Things out here, man, I don't know, man. All I know is this dude right here with this bad looking hairdo or hairstyle and stuff is stupid. And he ain't the last person that's going to be doing something like this. It's just like the mentality of some people out here where they just feel a compulsion to put themselves in danger, but they don't have to. You had a job. If the job wasn't paying what you needed, go get another one. There's always options before you resort to this type of behavior. Anyway, he locked up. I guess that's where he wanted to be. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're going to be on TV, man, that's a stupid way to be on there. And like, they flashed his face and everything on there. Everybody like, oh, I know him. He's stupid. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.